was one of those people that did not believe the whole Selena Gomez thing because I just felt like it was so far-fetched and it just seemed like people was grasping for straws trying to figure out what was going on. But I just did.
Did y'all know that Selena Gomez's uncle, Billy Murray, was the owner of the hotel that Kenneka was unalived in? And did y'all know that her stepfather was the lead detective on the case?
Selena Gomez got Kenneka Jenkins kidney transplant, and 4 days later, she had a successful transplant. You can't
sense to me. So if y'all don't know who this is Zach TV, and he tragically lost his life some years back after investigating the Kenneka Jenkins case on his own. And
imagine donating a whole kidney but not being invited to the wedding.
Reality imitates art, and there's the transmutation of energy. Kenneka Jenkins was found in a freezer, and she was...
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
Do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me always. Money coming in all day. Money coming in all pay. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly.
So y'all remember Kenneka Jenkins back in 2017 when the black girl, the young lady, ended up unalived at the King's Plaza Hotel in Chicago? And there was a whole conspiracy theory about Selena Gomez and the kidney situation and how she was found inside a freezer allegedly. And then Selena Gomez had a whole music video inside of a freezer, and it was giving very much Kenneka Jenkins' sacrificial situation. And then her mother was rewarded $3 million, and then she basically decided to go quiet and take the money. Well, now she's back because the money's done and there is some updates. So let's get into it, because when this whole situation happened, I remember I wanted to talk about it so bad, but I did not have a YouTube channel, and your girl has been wanting to talk for a very long time. What basically people have told me was a problem, which was my mouth talking, having an opinion, is what's making me money now. So let's talk about the situation, because
I was one of those people that did not believe the whole Selena Gomez thing because I just felt like it was so far-fetched and it just seemed like people was grasping for straws trying to figure out what was going on. But I just did some research to figure out why did they start connecting that dot to begin with? Like what fueled that rumor to begin with? And I found out that what happened is that Kenneka Jenkins passed away on September 10th, 2017. Selena Gomez posted to Instagram on September 14th, 2017 that she needed a kidney transplant and she had just underwent surgery. Now, when I look further, people are saying that she was in recovery when that photo was posted, right? However, if the picture that was posted, which I'll probably put to the top right here, was clearly before. I don't know if it was before or after, but the girl who allegedly gave her organ was laying next to her in the bed, and you gonna see it up here. I'm gonna post it up here. But anyway, so I had to go look and see, did she have any connections to Chicago whatsoever? And apparently, this is her connection. This is the only thing that came up. She went to some type of crime investigation conference. Randomly now. We ain't never heard about Selena Gomez solving crimes. But apparently, she was in Chicago 3 years later at some type of crime conference. I never even heard of this stuff. Never even heard. This stuff is just weird. And again, initially, I totally dismissed it. But now, it's kind of like anything is fucking possible. And anybody is capable of anything. And I believe the conspiracies over what's being fed to the media because it's too many holes. It's too many holes in the story. It's too many inconsistencies. It doesn't make sense that Kenneka Jenkins' mom told them protesters to stand down. Like, it doesn't make sense that she would have to sign an NDA if it was an accidental, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit just... Something that stood out to me too about the crime scene photos is that all of the crime scene photos that I seen that were released, she was face down, except for one where I'm, assuming that they flipped her body over. But that one photo where she was flipped over, the picture stops right at the waist. I no kidding, like right hand of God, it stopped right at the waist, and it was like Well, that's weird. Everything else is showing her full body. Everything else is like zoomed out to the point. Look, you can see the whole room in this picture, right? When they flipped her body over, the picture stopped right literally above her navel. I think that's weird. I don't care what nobody say. If it's a conspiracy, let it be a conspiracy, but you ain't gonna change my mind. That shit is weird. And how was her pants covered in dirt? Where did the dirt come from? We seen a surveillance camera of her wandering down the hallway. Between the hallway and the kitchen, how was her pants covered in dirt? And it will never make sense that she has scratches and bruises on the sides of her body, on her ankles. That's not self-inflicted. It's just not. It's too weird.
Are y'all seeing what's going on with this Kenneka Jenkins situation coming back to light, and them basically saying that she died? The mom signed a NDA for $7 million, and then I guess they gave Kenneka's kidney to Selena Gomez, because Selena Gomez, everybody knows that she was going through dialysis, she was going through a lot. And they're trying to say that Kenneka Jenkins may have been a match for Selena Gomez, and they covered it up. What is going on in this world? What the fuck?
Okay, do you guys remember the tragic story of Kenneka Jenkins that was found unalived in a freezer at a hotel after attending a hotel party? Well, apparently now people are connecting this to Selena Gomez. Now, this is not the first I've heard of this. I heard about this a few years ago. I really paid much attention to it because I really couldn't understand where anyone could come up with that connection. However, I was a little thrown off when Selena Gomez came out with her video for Fetish, in which she's actually performing in a freezer. Selena Gomez was having kidney failure back in 2017 and she needed a transplant. One of her best friends had given to her. Today I saw something that said allegedly Bill Murray, who is allegedly Selena Gomez's uncle, actually owned a restaurant in the hotel that Kenneka Jenkins was unalived at. 4 days after Kenneka Jenkins' passing, Selena Gomez had a successful transplant, and allegedly the lead detective was her stepfather. Now, there was a gentleman by the name of Zach TV that tried to investigate this. I remember this premiered on television. He was trying to get deeper and deeper into what happened, and unfortunately, he is no longer with us. But what do you guys think about this?
Reality imitates art, and there's the transmutation of energy. Kenneka Jenkins was found in a freezer, and she was also stumbling, walking in the hallway like this, and they were saying that Selena Gomez has something to do with the whole conspiracy theory of Kenneka Jenkins' kidney and Selena Gomez getting a new kidney.
Selena Gomez got Kenneka Jenkins' kidney transplant, and 4 days later, she had a successful transplant. You can't make me believe that she don't have it, because that's why they family got paid so much money, and there's so much undercover things that's going on with this case that still has not been solved. Just make it make sense. And Selena Gomez's uncle owned that hotel that Kenneka was unalived in. Like, the signs were definitely there, and to make me think otherwise is crazy. Like, no, y'all not finna gaslight me and make me think some other shit happened, and I know that's what happened. And that's why the mama had to sign the NDA to never speak on her daughter's death again. Like, people pisses me off so bad, and that's why we don't really hear about Selena Gomez like that no more. Y'all can be blind if y'all want to.
Continues to go viral, so let's get into it. I want to start off this video by saying that my heart goes out to Kenneka Jenkins' family and her friends and all those people who feel so unresolved after her passing. We're going to dive into the details, but you guys probably heard Kenneka's story because it made national news when she was locked into a freezer and passed away. Now today I've got an intense conspiracy theory, and I want to emphasize that this is a conspiracy theory. One of you guys actually requested that I dive into this story and talk about the connection to Selena Gomez, and I want to be upfront with you guys. I'm not going to sit here and say there is any connection between the two. This is again a conspiracy theory video. Like, let's put a little disclaimer, like a little edit real quick right here. Conspiracy theory video. Do not sue me. I am not making these claims. I'm explaining to you guys what has transpired on the internet. And there's a reason why I'm making this video, because there has been some things that have transpired. At the end of this video, we're going to talk about a conspiracy involving Taylor Swift, just to kind of like cap off this video. But I wanted to really dive into this one involving Kenneka. Now, on September 8th, Kenneka told her mother that she was going to go out with some friends. She told her that she would be going bowling and then a movie to celebrate her getting a job at a nursing home. Kenneka borrowed her mother's car and left the home around 11 p.m. Kenneka and her 3 friends did not go bowling or to a movie that night. They instead went to a party at the 9th floor of the Crown Plaza Chicago Hotel. Security footage shows the group of friends entering a side entrance around 1 a.m. Now, around 3 a.m., the girls decided to leave the party. In the hotel lobby, Kenneka realized that she had left her belongings, her car keys, and her cell phone. Damn, she left it all back in the room. Some sources claim the girls left her alone in the hotel lobby, while others say they left her in the hallway on the 9th floor near the elevator. No matter which version is accurate, it's known that all 3 friends went back to the party to go and get Kenneka's belongings. They left her alone, and they were gone for about 10 to 20 minutes. When the group returned to where they had left Kenneka, she was gone. The friends searched the hotel trying to find her, but had no luck. Between 4 and 4:30 a.m., they decided to call her mother, Teresa, to let her know that they couldn't find her daughter. They asked if Kenneka had maybe gone home without them. When they learned that she hadn't, they drove to Teresa's house and brought her back to the hotel and continued searching. Teresa didn't trust Kenneka's friend's story. The mom didn't even believe the friends, and later said it didn't sound right. She could also tell they had been drinking and possibly under the influence of other substances. She asked if her daughter had been drinking, and they told her that she had about 1 drink. Kenneka's mother said that she didn't handle alcohol very well, and that 1 drink would have been even too much for her. Imagine this. You've been in a...
Now, I usually do not cover celebrity gossip, but recently I seen a story come across my TikTok that really troubled me about Selena Gomez and Kenneka Jenkins. If you guys haven't heard that story, if you have not gone through TikTok and seen what they are saying about Selena Gomez as far as her needing a kidney, and how she might be, tied to the Kenneka Jenkins case, you guys might want to check that out. I'm getting ready to cover that, but that is a very awful story. And if it pans out to be what everybody is saying, that is some very wicked, evil stuff. Yeah. Let me know in the comment section if you guys think that this is just somebody making this up, or it really happened. Check it. I'm out.
Did y'all know that Selena Gomez's uncle, Billy Murray, was the owner of the hotel that Kenneka was unalived in? And did y'all know that her stepfather was the lead detective on the case? And not to mention Selena's music video, In a Freezer, a frozen fantasy. Not to mention 4 days after Kenneka's body was found, Selena Gomez had a transplant. A successful transplant is that. And then not to mention, there was this guy, his name was Zach TV. He was actually doing a bunch of investigating on the case, trying to figure out what happened, this and that. And he's no longer like here.
Right.
Is that not weird? And Selena Gomez's boyfriend somehow is connected. But the last time I posted on this, y'all told me I was crazy, I was reaching, that normally my content is good, but now it's kind of like out of line. Just go look in the search bar and look it up. And go down that rabbit hole and come back and tell me what you think. Because I did a whole little notes. And it's just crazy that now they're suspecting that Kenneka's body had been frozen. And it was thawing out in the trunk of the car. Maybe they were hoping the body wasn't going to get found. Maybe they were hoping it was going to take longer to thaw out, because it's just ironic. 4 days later, Selena Gomez had a transplant. But like I said, y'all, just take your own time. Go look it up. Because when you start putting 2 and 2 together, it really makes you wonder. Especially considering her uncle is the owner of the hotel and her stepdad was the main detective on the case. I mean, Selena, I'm gonna need you to come to the stand, please.
When I tell you, I've always felt like something was not right about this case, y'all. How do you take someone's computer and hard drive, but you don't take their money when you rob them? Like, something about this whole situation has never made sense to me. So if y'all don't know who this is Zach TV, and he tragically lost his life some years back after investigating the Kenneka Jenkins case on his own. And basically, he was able to get a lot of access to information that even the police allegedly didn't know. He was mentioning things like I mentioned in my previous video about the security guard, and saying how he always felt like it was very strange that there was that one security guard that was pacing through the hallway and seemed to be very concerned with, that area of the hotel. So he always said in one of his lives, he used to go live on Instagram and YouTube, and he used to say that he always felt like Kenneka went, to the restroom, and the person in the hallway, the security guard, was like the one to like tell her where the restroom was at. And he went into this stuff as well, which, like I said, is in my previous video. And he was the one to say that a woman had contacted him about this man, and this man was going to be at a conference at the same hotel that Kenneka was at during that same time. And there's even video footage of this dude in the lobby. It's so creepy, y'all. There's like security footage of this dude in the lobby in a suit, and that allegedly was the guy that does the organ stuff. Now, I don't know all this about Selena, and I don't know, but all I'm gonna say is it's very strange and coincidental that this is the same hotel that Bill Murray owned, and the freezer that Kenneka was found in was a freezer that actually wasn't even, in use at that time in the hotel. That's why there was absolutely nothing else in it, and that was a part of the hotel that they were turning into like a restaurant.
So y'all remember Francia? She's the one who gave Selena Gomez that kidney. Well, she was spotted by a TMZ reporter the other day, and she was talking about all the bullying that she had received after their friendship had broke up.
The only thing I'm going to say is, in no way, shape, or form does anyone condone bullying. Especially Selena. She literally has a whole nonprofit dedicated to mental health. And I believe Rare Beauty just even had an event for mental health. So the fact that now I'm being bullied as I am, and it is messing with me mentally, to me, it's not what anyone wants for someone. And, she's literally out there saying, please stop. So I don't understand those things happening, not just for me, but for others that are also being antagonized online.
Exactly. Now, if you guys remember, when Selena Gomez had sat down for an interview and they asked her who her most favorite person in the world was, she had stated it was Taylor Swift. And because Taylor Swift did not give Selena Gomez a kidney, Francia went ahead and unfollowed her across all social media. And after that, that's when Selena Gomez's fans came after Francia. Now, at the end of that video with TMZ, Francia also stated other people were being bullied by Selena Gomez's followers, which includes Hailey Bieber. And if you actually caught the tone of that video, Francia is basically stating that Selena Gomez, although she has all these anti-bullying campaigns, is not really doing enough to stop her followers from bullying people. But I want to hear from y'all. What do you think about this video with Francia? And do you think that Selena Gomez is doing enough to put her supporters in check?
Imagine donating a whole kidney, but not being invited to the wedding. Hey guys, it's your girl Gentry. Hey, and when I saw this story, literally my mind was blown, because I don't know if it's just me, but I could never. Her former best friend, Francia Raisa, who, had that famous picture of them in the hospital of her donating a kidney, was not invited to the wedding. Now, from what the reports are saying, Francia confronted Selena Gomez about smoking when she has one of her kidneys. Very well, I feel like just. I mean, if I'm your bestie and I just gave you a kidney, I'm like, girl, why are you smoking? Like, that's a very bad idea. It's a very bad idea because, I just gave you a kidney like a few years back, so you probably shouldn't be smoking. I'm just saying, it's your kidney, but girl, I'm not sure if that's what triggered it or if that's what, got her uninvited or not invited to the wedding, but that would be crazy. But yeah, the person that saved my life would definitely be at all my life events. I mean, unless she did something crazy, like crazy, there's just something that can be repaired. So I don't know, y'all comment below, let me know what you think.
Now, Now, in my opinion, Selena can be a little Weezes on Bashal. She could be a little shady. She could be one of those people that likes to throw rocks and hide her hands, right? And I'm starting to see through her things, through her little shadiness, right? And don't get me wrong, I don't care for Hailey Bieber or none of the people that's you know, whatever. But I notice that Selena doesn't seem to be as nice, as sweet as she pretends to be. Now, for Selena's fans, don't come for me, okay? Because I was talking about Hailey Bieber and everybody loved it. So now I'm going to need y'all to calm down while I talk about Selena Gomez, because my opinion is my opinion. Anyways, so you know how the friend, because, okay, so we're talking about the Kenneka Jenkins and Selena Gomez kidney situation. Now, in my opinion, you know how when people will say, oh, if there's a deep, dark secret, two people know the secret, one person has to be, so the secret can be kept. In my opinion, the friendship of Francia and Selena ended because there's some sort of secret that is not being exposed, right? Because if we're going to really tie the whole Kenneka Jenkins situation in that thing, and how can Selena Gomez stop being friends with her friend and also did not stand up for her when her fans was bullying her friend who basically gave her a kidney and saved her life, is crazy. Because if somebody saved my life, I'm going to protect you with my life, you know? So the way that she stopped being friends with that lady, and then the lady, I think she was in a Spanish, she was getting interviewed and they asked her about Selena, and the way she answered, I couldn't find that interview. I wish I could find it so I could put it in there. The way she answered, it seems as though they had a really hard fallout, and also the way that Selena Gomez didn't even invite her to her wedding is crazy, because if somebody saved my life, I owe you my life. You know what I mean? Especially when it's in a situation like this. But maybe, what if the kidney, just like we're talking about the Kenneka Jenkins and everything that seems to tie them all like that red cord into this whole situation, what if that lady did not give her a kidney? It was actually indeed, in fact, taken from that young lady who lost her life at the hotel, because everything ties back to Selena, right? This is all my opinion, don't come for me, right? Because if, for example, for real in real life, put her in your shoes. Or, you know, for a second, just think for yourself for a second that if it was one of your friends that ended up giving you a kidney, wouldn't you feel that you are indebted to this person because they literally saved your life? But for you to not only end the friendship with that person because they told you that you shouldn't be drinking with that new kidney that I just gave you, because now I have one kidney and you have one, right? Even if you did pay me, it's still something that I did for you that you should respect, but you don't, right? So in my opinion, I understand there are things that are like friendship ending, but it should never get to that part because someone literally gave you an organ to save your life. I can imagine her doing something so bad that you would stop being friends with her. And then on top of that, Selena Gomez's fans bullying her to the point where, you know, she was getting threats from her fans, and Selena never stood up and said, hey, like she probably said one thing and said, hey, you know, don't bully her and da-da-da, but really keep going type stuff, you know? Because there's no way that you wouldn't tell your fans to stop. And you know, a lot of her fans are like young children, and that's the same thing that happened when her fans were bullying Hailey. And you know, Selena is one of the most followed person on social media because she likes to pretend like she's this amazing person, but I don't think like she really is, because if you have to go above and beyond to make it seem as if you're this amazing person behind closed doors, you probably are not that great of a person, right? I think Selena Gomez is just not a great person. Maybe she is, but remember how she was crying about those children, just like that one lady said, she was crying about these children that, you know, things were happening to these kids, but I don't see her really even helping those children that you're crying about. I think it was for attention. But in my opinion, if you paid someone to say, hey, I gave her a kidney, then, you know, but it's not really true, then you don't really care for that friendship for real, if the friendship ended up ending, because you don't really have that true ties. The only thing you have is that secret. And, you know, maybe they are friends behind closed doors, or maybe they're not friends. Maybe she couldn't keep the secret. or she couldn't stay friends with that person because the secret is so heavy for her, and Selena did not feel the need to defend her, to tell her friends not to bully that girl, you know. So in my opinion, there's something that's not being said about this whole Kenneka Jenkins, her friends Francia, and her not being invited to the thing. And I don't know, there's just something going on, and I want to get deeper into it because I feel like even Justin Bieber, even though it looks like he's obsessed with Selena Gomez, like, because he was basically at Hailey's birthday party and he was singing a song about Selena Gomez but crying. I think there's a whole lot going on with the whole Bieber and Selena Gomez and all that stuff, because I read a lot of blind items about Selena Gomez, and it doesn't seem as though she's this sweet person that she's pretending to be. I think she knows how to manipulate the media and also use her lupus as a thing. Hey, don't get me wrong, she probably does have lupus, you know, it's probably something that's really going on with her, but I think she's using it to her advantage to get sympathy, you know. And I think the whole kidney with Kenneka Jenkins situation, there's a lot more, it's darker than what we can see.
Has anyone seen Murders in the Building? It stars Steve Martin Short, and Selena Gomez. This is literally the same thing that happened to Kenneka Jenkins. Literally at the beginning of every season, somebody gets unalived, and then by the end of the last episode, you solve what happened. But it's ironic that Selena Gomez is in the show, out of all people. This one right here. And what's very ironic is they're literally spending the entire season trying to investigate and dig different details or people. The same way we were doing back in the day when the Kenneka Jenkins happened. Somebody, see, if you understand where I'm going with this or even watch this show, leave in the comments or stitch this so we can get this conversation going. Because this is very, very strange.
Reality imitates art, and there's the transmutation of energy. Kenneka Jenkins was found in a freezer, and she was also stumbling, walking in the hallway like this, and they were saying that Selena Gomez has something to do with the whole conspiracy theory of Kenneka Jenkins' kidney and Selena Gomez getting a new kidney. Now, everything I'm about to say in this video is all alleged. Nothing about this is real. I've never met any of these people. Flying rainbows, flying unicorns, nothing about this is real. YouTube, TikTok, this is for educational purposes only, okay? So let's talk about the whole Selena Gomez situation, how she wrapped up in all of this Kenneka Jenkins situation. And as someone, like I mentioned before, since 2017 has watched the thing, you know, watched the videos of the image in her friend's glasses, you know, because people were, you know, examining everything. And there was a young man on Facebook or on YouTube, that was doing a whole deep dive about it. It was a guy with dreads. He was getting so deep into this conversation, but then he ended up unalived, which is very crazy because he was getting a lot of phone calls, anonymous phone calls from people saying he needs to stand down, he needs to stop doing research. And then the mother of Kenneka Jenkins, who was also, you know, not rioting, but she was basically standing up for her daughter, and then out of nowhere she just basically told everyone who was trying to help her to stand down as well. She was like, hey, you know, it was foul play, whatever. She settled. They said it was 7 million. Some people say it was 3 million. She became rich overnight after her daughter was unalived because she settled, right? But now she's coming out saying that, you know, she was made to be silent, you know, she was paid off, and they told her that she shouldn't talk about it anymore. But I believe, in my opinion, that the money has run out. Now she's talking, she wants justice or she wants more money. But how did Selena Gomez tied up in all this? Now, with all the research that has been made, apparently, allegedly, Selena Gomez announced that she had a new kidney, that her friend Francia ended up giving her a new kidney, which at the time we thought, oh, this is amazing, this is beautiful. You know, sometimes your friends could be better, more than family, and sometimes they could be better than family, right? Because sometimes, you know, you pick your friends, your family, you don't pick them. You can end up with terrible family members, sometimes great family members, but also you end up with amazing friends. So when we heard that her friend Francia gave her the kidney, we were like, oh my God, this is amazing, because she's fighting lupus and she had all these crazy illness that was going on. She ended up getting a kidney. But fast forward years later, 2025, Selena Gomez got married to Benny Blanco. Amazing. She found love, whatever. But this friend who gave her the kidney was not invited to her wedding. Now, understand, over time people might fall out. But if I gave you my kidney, right? Because you could have very well saved your kidney for your child or for your family member, but you end up giving it to a friend. And don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure Selena Gomez paid her handsomely for the said kidney, even though they were friends. I'm sure, because she was like, oh, I didn't even ask her. She volunteered and said, hey, I have a kidney for you. And then she gave her the kidney, right? Amazing, amazing, amazing. But prior to Selena Gomez getting married, there was a lot of things coming out about how she was drinking and doing Uggs, allegedly, while she had this new kidney in her body. Imagine giving someone your good kidney, right? Because you're trying to help them, trying to save their life, because you're a good friend, they're your friend, and you want to do something good in life, right? So you want to pay it forward for the rest of your life by giving someone your kidney. That's like the most amazing thing you could do, right? But they end up drinking and doing Uggs with this kidney that you just gave them. Yes, it's their kidney now because it's in their body. You cannot just say, oh, give me back my kidney. She ended up doing that because clearly she did not care the fact that the friend did the sacrifice, because that's really what it was, a sacrifice, right? So after she got the kidney, months later, she ended up putting out a music video, and she was like inside a freezer, dancing inside the freezer, and it kind of resembled the freezer that Kenneka Jenkins were found in. Allegedly, this is all alleged. Unicorns in the sky, whatever, right? So people were pointing things out that were very, very similar to Selena Gomez's music video and what happened with the Kenneka Jenkins case. And people are even saying that Kenneka Jenkins, the hotel that she was found in, the Crowns Plaza Hotel, I don't know anything about this. I've never even been to the Crowns Plaza Hotel. I don't know any of these people. But it seems as though there's a lot of connections to Selena Gomez and also the people who work in the hotel, because they were showing, a hotel is supposed to have security. And apparently that hotel has a lot of security. But she walked from her room all the way to the basement of the hotel, and nobody noticed this girl was walking, and she was tumbling. She was, walking like that as if she was on Uggs, right? Nobody noticed. Nobody tried to stop her, nothing. She was discovered there. But apparently, the owner of the hotel is related to Selena Gomez. This is all alleged. We don't know this to be true. He's related to Selena Gomez. And also the black man who was doing the research about the whole case, and he almost broke the case before he was unalived, and people were calling him. There's one phone call that I heard. He was on a video. There was a lady talking to him, and she was like, yeah, you need to just to stand down. I think it was someone in the community where Kenneka Jenkins' family lives, and they were probably hearing things. They say, hey, you need to stand down, you're on Snapchat. Everything was happening. A lot of things were happening on Snapchat, because the video of them at the party with the friend who was wearing the glasses, that you could see things in the glasses. People were like investigating the glasses, who they can see in the background through the glasses. Those videos were on Snapchat. So the lady called him and said, hey, you need to stand down. And the owner of Snapchat is this said person. And this person was also involved in the case. I don't even know how they end up involving in the case, but he was the owner of Snapchat. And the guy was like, yeah, I was getting all these threats and all that. And the lady was like, if you know what's good for you, you need to stand down. And apparently, I don't know if he did stand down, but he ended up unalive. And there was another white lady who was also doing a deep dive. She ended up unalive as well. We don't know how, but she ended up unalive. But also, the coroner, apparently, allegedly, all this is for entertainment purposes only, is also related to the owner of the hotel. Or she has some sort of relation to the owner of the hotel. So there's like a bunch of connecting pieces, like those red threads, the red thread theory, how everybody's connected kind of thing. Yeah, so anyways. And then allegedly, Selena Gomez went to a murder mystery conference in Chicago around like maybe a year or 2 or 3 after that. I never heard nothing about Selena Gomez being involved in any of this. And now she has a show on Hulu, Murder in the Hotel. Isn't that what it's called? Murder in Hotel or something? There's a show on Netflix about, so happened to be called that, and it's about murder that happens in a hotel. And yeah, so there's a bunch of different connection. The black man was unalived, the white lady was unalived because they almost broke the case, and then the mom went completely silent because she got paid off. Now she's on Facebook or she's somewhere talking about how, you know, she felt like she did not get the justice that she deserved for her daughter. I guess after the money ran out, now she decides to talk, but the whole community was standing behind you, and you told them to stand down after you basically got the money, saying that, you know, she was in a room and they told her all these things, and, you know, all that. Maybe they told her, hey, you need to either settle and call it a day, or you might end up disappearing, you know. So she probably did what she picked, the lesser evil, which is not the lesser evil at all, because if you're going to choose money over your child who was unalived at a hotel, which came out saying, oh, it was not foul play, you know, it was an accidental unaliving. So then they paid her off, and years and years and years later, you used to wear all these designer thing, you know, you're driving cars that you never used to drive before, you used to live in the ghetto, and now you're out of that, you know, because you have all the money, but now money runs out, so now you're talking. But there's somebody on Facebook that came out and say, hey, you know, this, and I'm assuming this is someone you know in Facebook. You say any and everything, honey. And these people were just putting it out there saying, you know, the money ran out, we know this, you settled, you decided to sell your soul and take this money and not get justice for your daughter, and this and that. And I'm just like, this too much going on, But let me know what you guys think about how Selena Gomez ended up being tied to all this. But yeah, let's talk about the whole wedding thing. She did not invite the girl who gave her the kidney for the wedding. And it seems as though they have some sort of understanding, because the girl, she kind of made a little shady comment about when people said, how could you not invite the person who literally saved your life to your wedding? And she's like, oh, you know, I didn't have to invite everybody to my wedding. But I'm like, girl, if it wasn't for her, you wouldn't be here. You know, and I'm sure there are people in the comment that's going to say, if it wasn't for her and God, yes, I understand that. But she gave her kidney, allegedly. If it wasn't because of her, you wouldn't be here to be alive to, you know, get married. So I understand why you wouldn't invite her. But also, was it really her kidney? Maybe it wasn't her kidney. That is the reason why she wasn't as upset that she didn't get invited to her friend's wedding. And they're no longer friends anyway.
Zach TV was right about Kenneka Jenkins' case. Because what the hell is the mom talking about? I was so spooked watching him solve the case, I used to think the people was watching my ass through my phone. So when some weird shit come out years later, everything kind of start to add up. Like, I don't know, man. That's just what I think.
Nope. And y'all don't have to agree with my opinion. That's why it's an opinion. It's what I think, feel, or believe. So Kenneka Jenkins' mother, Teresa Martin, is now speaking out. Okay, she said that she will no longer remain silent. And if y'all don't know, she had filed a lawsuit when her daughter passed away. Now, allegedly, this is all alleged, when she filed that lawsuit, a part of that lawsuit was for her to basically be quiet about the whole thing. Okay, she also claimed that she never got her daughter's belongings, and I feel like the reason why she probably, and it's again my opinion, I feel like she probably didn't receive her daughter's belongings because it went to police evidence, and that's why I feel like why she didn't get it. But anyway, moving forward, 2025, she's now speaking out, and she no longer wants to remain silent, and she wants justice for her daughter. Now, again, as I mentioned, a part of that lawsuit was for her to allege, be quiet about it, don't speak about your daughter case. And if that was the case, I couldn't have settled for that. If my child, because I believe she was murdered. I understand police said that it was an accident after looking at the camera footage and all that. I honestly do not believe that. But anyway, I could not take any type of money for me to be quiet. Would I file a lawsuit on a wrongful death? I would do that. But a part of that lawsuit, it would not require me to shut up about my child. Absolutely not. Okay, and I know also from what her mom said is that she didn't understand what she was signing. Again, alleged, that's neither here nor there. I just feel like when it comes to signing any type of paperwork, I'm going to always have a lawyer there that can help translate what is being said if I don't understand it. So being that all this just took off, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to just pay attention to everything that's being released and then just go from there, because this is just the tip of the iceberg.
So Kenneka Jenkins' friend Irene has come forward to tell everyone in the midst of all the chaos that y'all can keep your apologies. She said, and I get y'all want to apologize to me, but y'all really can keep that. I don't need y'all apologizing. Sorry, none of that. Stand on everything y'all had 8 long years to say sorry. Please stop inboxing me now. I don't respond to y'all because I'm trying to be nice about it, but keep on. It's going to get disrespectful. Nobody knows the pain I had to endure. As y'all know, a lot of things have been resurfacing because of Kenneka's mother basically saying she's ready to talk. I can't imagine what this girl went through when everyone was trying to see what was going on, you know, through her glasses and making all kinds of claims. Others still believe that she wasn't involved, but she knows what happened. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Guys, Kenneka Jenkins' mother was posting a video like 6 hours ago, and this is what she captured. Allegedly, these boys here broke down her door looking for her son because of something Little Dirk said about Kenneka. And they think that Little Dirk knows this family. This whole thing is getting way out of control. This is crazy. I don't even think these boys had masks on. Chicago is not a real place. And this is like only like a 14-second video that she posted, but what is going on? This is really crazy, guys. I don't even know what to make of this anymore because what in the actual fuck is going on? Her Facebook name is like Teresa Martin, I think, guys. But I don't understand. I don't get it. Let me know if you guys saw this clip that was posted on her Facebook page and tell me what you think about it.
Listen, I've tried to cover this case twice this week. The first time my comment section was spammed with people telling me don't cover the case. It's not safe. Content creators are being unalive behind it. Let me show you what just happened when I went live today. I'm a post it. Hold on. I'm going to play that video we explain. Go ahead. You can talk.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I'm about to get ready for work. It's
Okay.
been great chatting with y'all. Y'all be safe. And if y'all get any calls, don't answer it.
Child, I will cuss them out. And also, stick around, listen in. You know, if you
I
want
feel
to
like out of everybody, even out of myself, Queen Me Lisa, she
You talking about don't
she had the
answer no
point.
calls.
Listen, I was knee deep in this. This literally changed the way that I handle my children. Like, I had teenagers at the time.
Hold on.
Yes, this is Maisha. Okay. I don't at the time. Is there any way you can call me back? Okay, that's fine.
I got you.
About 3 this afternoon, probably. All right.
Was that God that just sent that
It
message?
was a guy that said, "Hi, Maisha. This is such and such calling from the gun safety department at CHOP. CHOP is the children's hospital." Huh?
Did God just send that message to me to give to y'all? What?
He said, "Do you have time to talk?"
Say what?
That happened so quick. No, for real, that's making me nauseous. I just said don't answer no calls. And as soon as I said that, you said don't answer no calls and your phone is ringing.
Did y'all hear it? Because I see people in the comments saying, why I would need that. I don't even know who told them I needed it.
Yo, I'm dead over here.
They talking about what's your favorite scary movie. Y'all gotta stop.
I'm about to exit stage left. I'm sorry to have y'all shooketh. What's going on?
I don't know.
Now for everybody saying why her mama signed them damn NDA papers.
Honey,
Now y'all see.
Why would I be spooked on a damn live? And I ain't even trying to figure the case out, baby. I don't know what happened.
Somebody talk about trace the number. I don't even want to find out who the number was. Like, I don't want to trace anything. What? I'm actually blocking for when they call back.
Hey, don't blame that on me, baby. Don't say soon as Queen start dropping jewels, baby.
Queen
got shit to do. I got shit to do out here, baby. I don't got time, baby.
Somebody said put it in Cash App. Hold on. It was a white man though, y'all. All of them other cars I heard people getting was like black people. But it was a white man, you could tell. I'm putting it in Cash App. Hold on.
Super One Foods.
What?
Bro, that's crazy. Mm-mm.
Like I said, we're going to touch up some stuff on this book. So in this book is called Spell of Abundance, Love, Wealth, and Protection. So in this book, on the first page, actually, I have a glamour affirmation that you will basically say, you stand in front of the mirror and you stare at yourself and you admire yourself and you will say to yourself how beautiful you are. You'll basically seal this your beauty, like your glam, after you've done your makeup, or even stand in front of the mirror naked with nothing on, so you can really reaffirm yourself of your beauty, of your confidence and all that. This book is mainly for like self-confidence and self-elevation, you know, calling the goddess in you, calling the divinity in you, you know, calling the beauty in you, and also work with the moon, because the moon represents the woman, the mother, womb, water, all of this. So yeah, I have all the steps in here of all the spells that you need to do. It even has one to get rid of unwanted guests. It's pretty funny. To get rid of unwanted guests. And this book right here, right? So I'm gonna run down real quick of all the materials that you're going to need. You will need a brand new broom. It has to be brand new. And you'll need a piece of parchment paper, a black pen, a black trash bag, because we're going to get rid of this sucker, right? And of course your intentions. And also I have spells on here that you can say. I have daily affirmations. And also I have spells on here that you can do every single day to work with the energy of the planets of the day, and also the archangels that work with the day. So anyways, there's so many spells. There's a 7-day manifestation spell with archangels. And let's see. A 30-day money spell with bay leaves and the Fihu sign, which is a money sign. It's like an F with the extra part. Anyways, the symbol's there, and I even show you like what you need to do, what the sigil look like, all that. And the keys to enhance your spell. So there are different things on here on how to enhance your spell and basically grow your finance, grow your love, self-love, self-admiration, chance to say to yourself to give you that extra energy to go about your day. And also tips to enhance your spell. Oh, I already said this. And morning coffee abundance prosperity spell. You guys remember I just shared a video about morning coffee and how important it is when it comes to hoodoo, and how you can basically use your first cup of coffee in the morning to manifest a better life or a better day, or to bring forth money to you. So don't let, you know, you're already doing these things anyway, so you might as well just incorporate something a little bit extra to basically boost your thing. And here's to influence your boss spell. So this one, I'm sure people who are actually working are going to love this. It's to influence your boss and attract favors towards you at work. Because look, in this economy, we're all working and we need some boost at work, and we also sometimes need to be tied to our job, so therefore you don't get fired. You know what I mean? So there's some stuff that you could do to basically tie yourself to your job, and or tie the job to you. And once you're done and you're all tired of that job, you can get rid of it. It's not something that's completely permanent, but use magic, guys. It's here for you to use. You have the herbs in your closet, you have the herbs in your pantry, you have the candles that you could just simply buy some candles super cheap. Use magic to elevate your life. Use magic to make yourself better. Let me tell you, Jesus was out here using magic, okay? Walking on water and stuff and turning water into wine. Sounds like magic to me. But anyways, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.